What's up, guys? And today I want to talk about why going to college is important and why you should go to college if you have the opportunity. So, first of all, college is a great opportunity for self development. And let's start off with the obvious one: increased earning potential. On average, people who have degrees earn more over the lifetime compared to people who don't have college degrees. Why is that? It's because you learn the skills to become a better problem solver in college compared to people who only stopped at high school. You gain more opportunities to overcome challenges and you solve more important problems. Therefore, you earn more money after you graduate. For example, if you earn an electrical engineering degree, you're going to be one of the best problem solvers coming out of college. You're going to solve electrical problems, maybe a little bit with computers, very niche things that require patience, intelligence. It's a certain type of demographic that gets paid to solve those problems. Therefore, you get rewarded. Okay? You don't want to be a generalist. You want to be a niche maxer. That's how you increase your earning potential. And the only way to do that is by solving more problems. And once you solve so many problems, you'll find out I'm good at solving these type of problems. And you get paid the amount that these problem solvers get paid. Okay? Second, is you're investing in yourself, guys. If you hear these red pill gurus or people that say skip going to college, these are a bunch of copers who skipped college because they couldn't afford to, or they were too dumb when they were my age to get to college and get it paid for by scholarships. College is an investment in yourself. I don't want to hear that, oh, college is going to make you liberal or indoctrinate you and make you think a certain way. If you are a healthy individual, you eat raw primal, your testosterone's 800, 1,000, you get sunlight, you do everything to make your brain operate at 100%. You will be able to decipher and select the information that is useful to you and use it to your advantage, right? College is just a vacuum, a space that you place yourself in to learn and overcome challenges. You're not going to get an environment like that in the real world. Not your little slave wage job, which is not bad. But if you're just limited to working at the car wash like I was, or working at a small bank or whatever, there you will solve problems there, but it's not a big giant vacuum of space like college where you have so many opportunities to overcome, learn, and conquer. That's what college is. It's a big vacuum with a lot of problems to solve, and the more you solve, the better it is for you when you graduate. It's an investment for your own brain and personal development. Thirdly, you build long-lasting relationships, especially if you're an athlete. Athletes tend to have really good connections with their peers when they graduate, but think about this, guys. This is what you don't know. College, especially from 18 to 22, 23, that is the last time in your life you're going to be surrounded by so many people your age going through the same parts of life, like your first maybe your first car, maybe you drink for the first time together, you have your intimate experience for the first time together, you go to a party for the first time together. You experience a lot of the first time things with others in your age group, right? And this is important if you want to get married or have kids. The beautiful part about having a relationship or having a girlfriend or boyfriend is you both are naive and you grow together and learn together. That's what's beautiful about relationships. That's how it should be, right? But if you don't take this part of relationships seriously in college, you're not going to maximize your soft skills. This is the difference between getting hired and not getting hired. I am a boss. I am a CEO for my business, and I've also been an employee, and I have my degree. I've realized what makes someone get hired versus not get hired is not necessarily their experience most of the time, because you have a lot of good people who apply, so their resumes are similar and they offer similar skills. The difference is, do they fit your organization in terms of personality? Do they articulate themselves? Do they carry themselves? The body language, their attire. It's the soft skills. It's the soft skills that make the difference. And in college, you are around 12,000 to 40,000 people, depending on what your college is, from around the same age group and experienced experts. You should be interacting with as many people as possible and learning from them and experiencing so many things together so you can build the soft skills that will carry on after you graduate. right? The degree is just a ticket for the chance to people to meet you, to give you a chance. But all the soft skills experience that you get from college, that is the real thing that provides value to the organization. That is the money maker. That's what makes you a long-term employee that doesn't get fired. Okay? That's what I wish I knew going to college. If I had known the soft skills were more important or just as important as the degree, I would have spent more time hanging out with people, doing more club activities, hanging out at the rec center more where all the people are at, which I did in my last year of college when I came back because I realized this. But even then, I would have done more looking back. There was more. I would have gone and interacted with so many people every single day, especially the first 2 years of college. That's when people are just getting into the groove of things. By your senior and junior year, people are doing internships. They're doing more real world stuff. So it's important if you're 18, 19, freshman year of college, you make so many connections and put yourself out there so you can build your soft skills. Right? And let me tell you this, if you want to find a wife, the most high quality, the most attractive women that are not brainwashed by feminism, right? That are fertile, your type, they're at their peak of their looks. You need to jump on it and make this girl at least your girlfriend and see if there's a future. Because once you get out of college, it's like now you got to resort to Tinder and online dating. College is a pool of options, black, white, Asian American, all of them in their prime for you, and you gotta filter them out. I was seeing some Japanese girls, Mexican girls, black girl, all types, right? And they were all beautiful, and they could all been for me. But I was a brainwashed slave into believing, oh, I can get them later. Well, guess what? 3 years passed by since 22, since I've been 22. 22 is when people graduate from college. At 22, people are still kind of not naive, but they're transitioning into real life. By the time they're 25, they're all married, they all have kids, or they've all been with somebody and divorced. So that you can no longer grow with them from the start. You might just be starting and they've already experienced some life. They're not going to cater to your world like they would have when you were young. The thing about dating younger women, what makes it so desirable is because they're more impressionable. They're more malleable, like your brain. Plasticity, neuroplasticity, it's better when you're younger. They are able to shift and make their life revolve around you or be part of your life like an asset. When a woman is the same woman that you could have dated as a college sophomore and potentially been your wife, she is not very likely to become your wife when she's 27 and she's single, because she's already been through a lot of life. She's already been through a lot of experiences. She's already set in her ways a little bit, or more so. Now she's going to make your life a living headache. If you want to introduce her to something, she's like, nah, I don't want to do it. Compared to when you're younger, she's like, well, I haven't lived a lot of life experience. Let me just do it. And if she likes you, she's going to eventually like the activity to some extent where you can build the life you want with this woman because she likes you for you. She doesn't have a lot of experience. But because she likes you and she's doing new things, which is exciting for people in general, they're going to be like, well, I like doing this activity because I'm with you. Or they even like the activity themselves, and it makes your work easier, right? That's what you don't get. And if you go to college, you can find your person or multiple people. But the most important is the soft skills. This is why you pay $40,000 to go to college. It's like a hyperbolic time chamber to improve your soft skills. That's what I wish somebody told me. If there's any regrets, I would have studied less, worked less, and just hanged out with people more. Or I would have studied with people with me, because that's what college is. You're supposed to be social maxing. Because once you get into the real world, this is how it is. You wake up, go to work for 8 hours. You interact with the people at your work. If you like them, cool. If you don't, sucks. And then you come out tired from your job. You come out at 4 or 5 p.m., even 6 p.m. And then you have 2 to 3 hours to do whatever you want. And by the time you're tired, if you're a degenerate slave, you're going to get fast food, watch TV, and not increase your personal development outside of work. Man, I got a little sick dog here. Get out. So use this time in college, if you get the chance to go to college, to develop these soft skills, because it will place you so much higher than everybody else. Man, this little dog is choking up. Third is increased earning potential. I've already explained that, guys. You become a better problem solver. Therefore, your income potential is higher because you learned how to solve niche things, whether it be electrical engineering, pharmacology, psychology, criminal justice. That's why your income potential is higher, because you have better problem solving skills, because you went through a 4-year problem solving environment. That's what it really is. Like I said, personal and intellectual growth. I mean, if you come out of college as a very social and likable person, it's because you put in work, right? If you're not a natural Chad, even natural Chads, bro, you have to put in the work to be a likable person. It's not just your looks. Yeah, maybe your looks can get you girls, but if you want to be a good teammate, a good person for the organization, you have to be well-spoken. You have to think about others' needs and how you represent them if you're an employee or a boss. You have to learn these through trial and error. And you get this opportunity in college, and this is where you can mess up and learn and restart again with other people. Because let's say in your job, you mess the relationship with your boss or an important person at the job. Well, guess what? Not many second chances. You're going to get fired. But in college, you can mess up with one person, and then there's thousands of other people that you haven't met. You just make friends with somebody new and learn from your mistakes and build a relationship there, right? You have so many opportunities to learn and mess up things. I've made so many mistakes in college that I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'm probably not going to hang out with this person anymore, but there's way more people I can be friends with and use my experience to develop and cultivate meaningful relationships, right? This is an investment in yourself. This is an environment. You're basically paying for an environment so you can maximize your problem-solving potential. That's what makes you a high earner or a low-income earner. And of course, you can unlock diverse career paths. If you learn specific degrees, like a law degree or a nursing degree, you can focus on special careers that not anybody can get into, and it provides you long-term stability, like nursing, right? You can't just get a general degree and become a nurse. You got to learn the nursing degree curriculum to become a nurse, right? My psychology degree is more generalized. I learned a lot of skills. I learned how to understand research, how to read statistics from a research paper, some math skills, how to do probability, understand the values of the P, like in a normal distribution curve, right? I might not remember everything off the top of my head, but I can look at something and understand, okay, this is what it means, and I can make educated decisions or better informed decisions that will help me and my future. Okay? I learned a lot of things. And like I said, the soft maxing skills, if you really go hard on the soft maxing skills and you become so well liked, even though you no longer hang out with these people, they will try to stay in contact with you because you provide so much value with your spirit, your problem solving skills. They'll stay in touch through Instagram or whatever. And then when you post something like, hey guys, I'm looking for a job in this area, if you are well liked, if you maxed out your soft skills, people are going to be like, bro, I got a job over here. You want to be a counselor for the youth, earning $60K, $70K a year? Boom. Now you got a connection, you get an interview, and now you got a job, and you don't have to face unemployment brokenness. Seriously, I got a girl on my Snapchat who was kind of cute, and we talked for a bit, and she posted on her Snapchat, and I was thinking about taking up this job, which I would have gone easily because she knows my work ethic. We studied in the same class together. We got the same degree, so she knows my pedigree. So she would have been like, oh yeah, come through interviews this day. Would have gotten the job easy because I got the skills for it, right? Life is social maxing. If you believe in the black pill, if you believe in the looks and improving your halo effect and all that shit, then you got to believe in the soft skills because that is just as important. Soft skills, I would argue, are more important than looks because the soft skills will last with you for a lifetime. Your looks will change throughout your life. And college is an opportunity to maximize your soft skills. Okay? Soft skills where you articulate yourself, you understand other people, and you're not an ignorant, rage-baiting person around them. You provide value when you interact with these people. All right? Maximize the soft skills. It's like Solar Youth's video where he's like, the last year of college I just spent hanging out with people and doing all of this, like missing classes. And you know what? That's a fine decision. I actually agree with that because he got his degree, he got a job offer, which he didn't take. But because he maximized the soft skills, he now has a good YouTube channel where he's relatable. He has a lot of experiences in the social world that people relate to or want to learn from. He's like a mini teacher for people his age or younger. And that's how you become a credible, trustworthy source. You got to experience life to be able to sell things that you want to, right? If I was teaching you how to go to college and I don't have a college degree, would you trust me? Of course not. I have my college degree here. My ticket shows proof that I did it. So whatever I say basically appeals to authority in a way. Whatever I say has more credible value to it, right? And if you want to be a credible person in everyday life where people like, oh, this is the guy for this is the guy for that, where they recommend you and you get paid to solve certain problems, you got to maximize the soft skills. And college is the environment to do it, where you can do it a lot. If I had to do life over again, which honestly I could go back to college and do this, but I'm at a different phase of life. It's not the same. Everyone who goes to college now that is my age, they're master degrees or doctorate degrees. We are serious. We're getting our life together, or we have our life together. We're not in the naivety. Everything's new to us. We've lived life, right? But if you're still in the age where everyone around your age, your potential wife, your potential friends, where you're all in that same naive stage of life, of college, if you can go. You have the rest of your life to work and be a wage slave entrepreneur. But college is a unique experience. You can be an entrepreneur during college. I was, right? I kind of took up some of my social time, but I did everything I could to make it possible, given what I knew then. So go to college, man. Go to college. It's an opportunity to change your environment, to do things you've never done, to learn new habits, become a different version of you. My sister, she went to college. We went to a local college, her and I. I went to a different one. I went to a university. And she changed a little bit, but she didn't go through a lot of personal development. But when she joined the Navy, moved across the country, went through all this training, all these things that I haven't gone through, within a year, so much personal development. It's like, it did her well. She learned a lot. She went through so much experience and trials that she didn't go through for the last 5 years. And I'm glad she went to the Navy. I'm glad she joined, because her instincts were telling her, I have to do something for her own personal development. If she would still be here at the house where I live, or live near me, she would still be near similar the same person she was a couple years back. But now she's 2 years older, but it feels like she could be somebody my age in a way. She's gone through so much life experience being in the Navy, because she placed herself in an environment where she had to problem solve, be presented with problems that most people never go through. That's what college is, guys. Navy, college, trade school. But I would say college because unlike the Navy, you're specialized to do certain things. And of course, you're going to get a lot of experience. But in college, it's like Skyrim. It's a Fallout New Vegas type of world. You're free to roam, to do whatever you want. And in each building, each college building, there's people studying this, studying that. And there's so many little niches that you can learn and hop into. Clubs, jobs, presentations, music, so many things. And that's the advantage. You don't got to be a master at everything, but if you could learn a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, it will serve you after you graduate, right? If you took a class during high school of construction with HVAC, and you're like, I don't want to be a blue-collar wage slave, F this, I'm going to go do something else. 10 years later, like you're in high school, 10 years later when you're 28, 27, 25 maybe, and you're a homeowner, and then your girlfriend moves in with you who's about to be your wife, whatever. Now you got to fix the plumbing because the inspector didn't catch that, and now it's like $1,000 to fix. Are you going to tell your girl, man, well, I'm going to just call the plumber because, I don't know how to do it. Oh, now you are basically a beta demasculinized guy who doesn't know how to problem solve. She's kind of turned off by it. She's like, all right, babe, do what you got to do. Or you learn the skills because you did a lot of stuff in your past, because you thought about your future. You learned the skills from that class, you remembered it, and now you solved the plumbing issue, and it was for free. All you had to do was apply your skills, and your wife or girlfriend's impressed, and now, boom, giving you head, treating you like a king because you're competent, you are a man. Do you get what I'm saying? Learn the skills now, place yourself in an environment, learn as much as possible. My grandma always tells me, learn as much as possible now because it's going to serve you in the future. And I'm glad I have so many older people around me telling me this because it's so fucking facts. Go to college, man. Go to college. These people telling you that don't go to college are brainwashing you. They're not benefiting you. They're just trying to take your money now, and they don't give a fuck about you. I'm telling you because I've lived through this. Go to college. Place yourself in an environment to learn a lot of skills. Become a soft skill maxer. Because that's what's really important. That's what separates you from all the other people who got the same degree. Learn everything you can because it's going to serve you later down the line when you're a homeowner, when you're traveling the world, when you're trying to filter out for a wife if you didn't find your wife in college. You're going to have all these skills in your arsenal. So when you go on the date and when you go through this and somebody tries to do some shit to you, you're like, I've already been through this. I'm not going to put up with it because I know my value, because I have learned a lot of skills. I've overcome so many problems. I am not to be trifled with and devalued. I know my worth because I know what I can provide for you. And if you treat me like shit, you're not going to get my benefits, my love, my assault, my money, my problem solving skills. Go do that to the bum. You're a bum, go do that. Do the bum trash treatment to the bum. Right? Build yourself up. Learn everything. So when it comes time to get the job that you need or the partner you need, you know what you're worth. You know it from the start. And if you solve so many things and you went through so many things other people would not have the balls to do or spend their time on, you know your pedigree, you know your worth, you know what you're going to get. That's really it. So go to college. Go to college if you can, man. You will regret not going to college and you start doing a slave wage job and you never improved your skills. You could, the possibility is you still do a normal slave wage job after college. But you're going to give yourself a better chance if you go hard as hell on the soft skills, maximizing your development in college where you make long-lasting impressions and you get better opportunities where you don't have to resort to the life most people do if they do college wrong or that don't go to college in general. And that doesn't mean you can't be successful without college. And if you have a vision, if you have an idea and you put in work, you can be fine without college. In my case, I had a vision for a business. But I didn't just stop going to college for that year so I can just jack around and do nothing and be like, ooh, yeah, I'm a red pill enlightened guy. Fuck the wage slaves. I'm just going to do this. And you still end up in the same place with less skills. I had a vision. I worked on my business. I grew it. I scaled it. And now I have an income where I don't need to rely on my college degree. That's the difference. So if you don't have a vision, if you don't have an idea, if you don't have something that you want to work towards and develop a skill so you can monetize it, and that is not provided through college. If you do not have a vision outside of college like that, go to college because it's like a buffer of time of 4 years for most people where you can figure yourself out. But you can only figure yourself out if you put in work every single day in college. You dress appropriately, you smell good, you work on your communication skills, you work on your body, you place yourself in environments where you're uncomfortable, but because you work on yourself so much, it's not uncomfortable, so you are a winner. You walk in there looking like a winner, more so than all these other 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20, 21, 22, whatever. This applies to all phases of life. But in this case, college, you walk into any room as a winner because you're more prepared, you put in more effort. Whenever you put more effort, you walk in more confident in whatever it is, whether it be a race, whether it be a job interview, whether it be a presentation. So go to college, guys. I'm telling you, go to fucking college if you can and do your best. It's going to serve you well. Thank you.